Hello and welcome back to our channel. Please enjoy the content and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Ever wondered why it seems impossible to shake off that stubborn belly fat? Today, we're going to delve into why this particular type of fat can be so persistently difficult to get rid of. First off, let's look at receptor imbalance. You see, our fat cells aren't all the same. Some fat cells, especially those around our midsection, are populated with more alpha receptors than their counterparts elsewhere in the body. Now, these alpha receptors are a bit like the brakes on a car. They slow things down. In this case, they slow down the release of stored fat. So, when you're trying to burn off belly fat, you're effectively trying to overcome a built-in braking system. Quite the challenge, isn't it? The second factor at play is poor blood flow. Blood flow is crucial in the fat loss process, as it helps transport those mobilized fats away from the fat cell so they can be burned off for good. The problem is those stubborn fat areas, like our belly, are often the areas with the poorest blood flow. So, even if you manage to mobilize the fat out of the cells, if the blood flow is poor, those pesky fats can get redeposited back into the fat cells. It's a bit like trying to drive on a congested highway. Everything moves slower and you don't get very far. So, when we're dealing with stubborn belly fat, we're essentially up against a double whammy, a strong braking system in the form of alpha receptors and a congested highway in the form of poor blood flow. It's no wonder that belly fat can be so stubborn. But don't despair. Understanding why belly fat is stubborn is the first step towards tackling it effectively. And remember, knowledge is power. With the right strategies, you'll be well on your way to saying goodbye to stubborn belly fat for good. So, stick around as we dive deeper into practical steps to address this issue head-on in our next scenes. Beyond the aesthetic concerns, stubborn belly fat poses serious health risks. While it's natural and healthy to have some body fat, excess belly fat can be harmful. It's not just about fitting into your favorite pair of jeans or feeling confident on the beach. It goes much deeper than that. When we talk about belly fat, we're not just referring to the layer of subcutaneous fat that sits between your skin and muscles. We're also talking about visceral fat, which surrounds your internal organs. This type of fat is particularly concerning as it can contribute to a variety of health issues. Research has linked excess belly fat with heart disease, the leading cause of death globally. It's believed that visceral fat secretes inflammatory markers and free fatty acids into the bloodstream, which can raise blood pressure, alter insulin functions, and increase the risk of heart disease. Stubborn belly fat is also connected to type 2 diabetes. These fat cells can interfere with your body's ability to use insulin effectively, leading to insulin resistance. Over time, this can cause blood glucose levels to rise, paving the way for diabetes. Additionally, studies suggest that belly fat may contribute to certain types of cancer, including breast and colorectal cancers. The underlying mechanisms aren't fully understood, but it's believed that the inflammation and hormonal changes caused by excess belly fat could stimulate cancer cell growth. Sleep disorders like sleep apnea are also linked with excess belly fat. The pressure from this fat can cause breathing difficulties, leading to interrupted sleep, daytime fatigue, and other related health issues. The bottom line is that stubborn belly fat isn't just an aesthetic concern, it's a serious health risk. Addressing it isn't just about improving your physical appearance, but about prioritizing your long-term health and well-being. So, while we all want to look our best, let's not forget the bigger picture here. Addressing stubborn belly fat is a step towards a healthier you. It's about more than just vanity. It's about living a longer, healthier, and happier life. After all, health is the real wealth. Ready to tackle your stubborn belly fat? Here's how to start. The journey begins with understanding your calorie needs. Picture your body as an engine. It needs fuel to function, and that fuel comes in the form of calories. However, to lose weight, you need to create a calorie deficit, which simply means consuming fewer calories than your body burns. Think of it like this. If your body requires 2,000 calories a day to maintain your current weight, to create a calorie deficit, you might aim to consume around 1,500 calories. That's roughly 500 calories less than your daily requirement. This forces your body to use its stored fat for energy, leading to weight loss. But how do you know how many calories you are consuming? That's where the second step comes in, tracking your calories accurately. It might sound tedious, but it's an incredibly effective tool in your weight loss journey. Imagine going on a road trip without a map. You might eventually get to your destination, but it'll likely take longer and be more stressful. Likewise, without tracking your calories, you could be consuming more than you think, which could slow down or even halt your weight loss. So, get yourself a calorie tracking app and start logging everything you eat and drink. Yes, even that small handful of nuts or that splash of cream in your coffee. It all adds up. This not only gives you a clear picture of your calorie intake, but also helps you identify any patterns or habits that might be hindering your progress. Remember, losing weight isn't about depriving yourself. It's about understanding what goes into your body and making informed decisions. So, create a calorie deficit, start tracking your calories, and you'll be well on your way to saying goodbye to stubborn belly fat. Knowledge is power, and tracking your calories gives you the power to make informed decisions about your diet. Shake things up and keep your body guessing with calorie cycling. This method involves alternating your calorie intake between periods of calorie deficit and maintenance. This approach can help keep your metabolism active and give your body the occasional break it needs from a constant deficit. Here's how it works. Suppose your daily calorie needs are 2,000 calories. You've decided to create a deficit by consuming 1,500 calories each day. Now, with calorie cycling, you would alternate this deficit with days where you consume your maintenance amount of 2,000 calories. This strategy can be as flexible as you need it to be. You might choose to have 5 days in a calorie deficit, followed by 2 days at maintenance. Or you might prefer to work on a weekly cycle, with 4 days in a deficit and 3 days at maintenance. The choice is entirely up to you and what suits your lifestyle and preferences. Now, you might be wondering, why bother with this cycling? Well, it's all about keeping your metabolism on its toes. When we're constantly in a calorie deficit, our bodies can adapt by slowing down the metabolic rate to conserve energy. By throwing in some maintenance days, we're essentially telling our bodies, hey, there's no need to slow things down. There's plenty of energy coming in. But don't get carried away. These aren't cheat days. They're part of your plan. On maintenance days, you're still mindful of the quality of your food. You're not binging on junk, but providing your body with wholesome, nutrient-rich foods. Remember, Losing stubborn belly fat isn't just about the calories. It's also about nourishing your body, keeping your metabolism active, and maintaining a healthy relationship with food. Calorie cycling, when done right, can tick all these boxes. So, consider giving calorie cycling a go. It could be just the thing to help you break through that fat loss plateau and keep you motivated on your journey towards a healthier you. Calorie cycling can keep your metabolism active and contribute to effective fat loss. Every step counts when it comes to increasing non-exercise activity. You see, our bodies are designed to move, and incorporating more movement into your daily routine is a simple yet effective way to boost your metabolism and burn more calories. And no, you don't need to run a marathon or climb a mountain. It's all about making small, sustainable changes. Consider this: opting for the stairs instead of the elevator, parking a little further away from the store entrance, or even standing up while taking a phone call. It's these little ways of moving more that can add up to a big difference over time. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not aim to hit 10,000 steps a day? It's a fun challenge that can really get your heart rate going. Now, let's talk about strength training. Some people might shy away from it, thinking it's all about becoming a bodybuilder, but that's not the case. Strength training is about building lean muscle, which not only helps burn more calories, but also ramps up your metabolic rate. Think of it as your body's engine. The more muscle you have, the more fuel you burn, even when you're at rest. And no, you don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Bodyweight exercises like squats, lunges, and planks can be incredibly effective. Plus, they target your core, which is key when it comes to tackling stubborn belly fat. Remember, it's not about lifting the heaviest weights, but about proper form and consistency. Speaking of consistency, let's not forget that it's a crucial part of the equation. You won't see changes overnight, and that's okay. It's about making these habits a part of your lifestyle and sticking to them day in and day out. So be patient, stay committed, and trust the process. Incorporating more movement in your daily routine and strength training can help in tackling stubborn belly fat. But remember, it's not just about the destination, but also about the journey. So embrace the process, and before you know it, you'll be waving goodbye to that stubborn belly fat. When it comes to losing stubborn belly fat, patience and consistency are your best friends. Just a gardener doesn't plant a seed and expect a fully grown tree the next day. You can't expect immediate results in your fat loss journey. It's a process that requires time, effort, and most importantly, patience. Think of your body as a masterpiece in progress. Each day, with every calorie counted, every step taken, and every weight lifted, you're chipping away at the unwanted layers, revealing the healthier you underneath. But this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow and steady race, where the tortoise always wins. The importance of patience in this journey can't be stressed enough. The body loses fat in a genetically predetermined sequence, which means that the belly fat may be the last to go. And that's okay. It's not a sign of failure or a reason to give up. Rather, it's a reminder that you're human, and that's a beautiful thing. Now, let's talk about consistency. Imagine you're trying to cut down a large tree with an axe. If you strike once and then leave it for a while, you will not see much progress. But if you consistently strike the tree in the same spot, Over time, you'll see the impact of your efforts. It's the same with losing belly fat. Sticking to your calorie deficit, accurately tracking your intake, incorporating refeeds or calorie cycling, boosting non-exercise activity, and strength training. These aren't tasks to be done once and then forgotten. They're habits to be built and maintained day after day, week after week. Before we wrap up, if you're enjoying the content, remember to subscribe for updates on our latest videos. Consistency is the magic ingredient that turns actions into habits and habits into lifestyles. It's the force that propels you forward when progress seems slow. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Even if you stumble, pick yourself up and keep going. Every step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. So, there you have it. The secret recipe to losing stubborn belly fat isn't so secret after all. It's just patience and consistency, spiced up with a dash of self-love and a sprinkle of determination. Remember, patience and consistency are the key. Stick with it and watch your body transform over time.